Holy wow, that smells insane. G'day, welcome to the Tucker and Tyne YouTube channel. This is episode 7 of Does It Venison. Today we're doing a rustic Rogan Josh. Now this one in particular is done by the Spice Tailor. This was just on Google is one of the most popular dishes in Australia, so I thought I'd give it a crack. Now I'm quite interested for this one because traditionally I think Rogan Josh is lamb, or at least it is in Australia. Like that's what I mainly see with it is lamb. I wouldn't actually mind trying this with goat. We might end up doing a Does It Goat series and using it with goat. So we'll see how that goes, but it's a pretty cool bit of gear. As far as packet sauces going, it's got a bit going on. You got your base sauce, and then the sauce that goes in after, whatever the hell that is. And then you got all your spice mix. Yeah, it's a pretty cool bit of gear. You can pull it apart, and it has a whole step of instructions, vegetables to add. Yeah, it's pretty cool bit of gear actually. So what I'm doing today, I've got some venison, potato, peas and onion. Now this is all on here. Actually, I don't think the onion is, but I'm adding it in. I bought a big bag and I need to get rid of it, so we're throwing onion in. But it sort of has recommended veggies and stuff like that to add to it. Yeah, so we'll see how it goes. The spice mix, I'm actually going to blend up and chuck in step 3. It says that in step 3 you can do that, so it is part of the recipe. I am still following the recipe. And then potatoes and peas were part of it as well. Like I said, I'm just adding onions in because I've got a big bag I need to get rid of. There is, this has got even sort of steps for, it sort of hints at like curry pies and jazz like that. So as far as your packet sauce is going, this is the most detailed ingredients we've had so far. I'm quite excited to see how this goes. Like I got, as far as Does It Venison, this might be the one that finally puts it to the test, Does It Venison, but it looks the goods. We're gonna blend that all up, get this in the pot, and I'm actually gonna slow cook this for about an hour and a half in the oven in a cooking pot. So that's how I'm doing it, and I'm gonna serve it up with some naan bread. So we'll see how she goes. I've just ground the spice blend up. The smell coming off this. Holy wow, that smells insane. All right, olive oil. And then first I'm going to chuck in my onions. All right, venison. Same deal, we're going to brown it up. Alrighty, the recipe then says to add in the base layer. So we're going to chuck in the base layer. Give that a bit of a stir. Oh yeah, that smells nice. I don't know what that is. That might be a bit of ginger, a bit of garlic maybe. That smells good. I like that. Alright, then we're going to let that simmer for a little bit. Alright, now we chuck in the heavy hitters. We've got some potato, some peas. Yeah, you probably actually want to add the peas in half an hour before the end. You probably don't need to add them in right now, but they're just going all in. Now we chuck in the sauce, your main sauce. Try to get as much out of that as possible. Fill that up. I fill that up with water so I can get as much out of that packet as possible. Here we go. Alright, stir that in. Oh shit, forgot. Chuck in all your seasoning. There you go. You're going to stir that all in. Wow, that smells really good. There's a lot going on there. I can smell a lot going on. Now what I'm going to do, I've got some water here. That's where I had the seasoning, where I had the spices in, sorry. And I just want that to cover all that because it is going in the oven for about an hour, hour and a half. I'm going to check it after an hour. I might check it after 45, actually give it a stir. So I've covered that. I added water, so the water and all the sauce covered it. From there, I'm going to put the pot on, the lid on the pot, sorry. Don't judge my messy kitchen, although it doesn't look too bad right now, actually. All right, that's going to go in here for an hour and a half. I'm going to check it at 45. I'm going to check it at 45. Going in for an hour and a half at 160 on your medium shelf or middle shelf, sorry. Check it at 45 and we'll come back. So the smell on that is insane. It smells so good. One thing I think I forgot to mention is these were actually like leftover from a stir fry I was going to do. So these were thinner cuts. Normally I'd probably do thicker cuts for a curry like this, but it was just leftover meat. So I decided to cut them up into small cubes. So I would imagine an hour and a half, it's going to definitely be all cooked through and quite tender. But you probably want about that time limit for the potatoes to cook through as well. Yeah, about an hour and a half at 160. We're going to check it at 45 minutes and yeah, we'll see how we go. It smells insane. It actually smells really good. I'm looking forward to this one. Alrighty, here we go. I'm actually pretty excited to try this one. The smell coming out of the oven from this dish is sensational. Like it is. Yeah, it's unreal. Heaps of cinnamon. Like I'm getting big hits of cinnamon coming in. So we'll see how that translates. It's going to be pretty hot. I'm going to try and get a fair bit of everything going on here. Get a bit more venison. I end up cooking for about 2.5 hours. That's a lot. Cooked for about 2 hours. So yeah, here we go. I even got a bit of naan bread here. I'm bloody starving. We'll try a bit of venison first, eh? Here we go. It's probably going to be hot. It's going to burn my mouth. But yeah, that is very nice. Does it venison? 100%. Now, I think the only thing I would probably do different is I would chuck a bit of salt and pepper, maybe even just a bit of salt on my venison when I'm searing it. But apart from that, because I've also got to remember water this product down a little bit when it comes in the pack. I think it's only meant to be a slow simmer, half an hour on your pan is how it actually is sort of listed on your step-by-step instructions. But I've obviously done a slow cooker, or done it as a slow cook, so I've chucked it in a pot and cooked it in the oven. I have probably diminished the flavour a little bit by adding water, but that still is very strong. Like that's awesome. That's very strong. Get a bit of naan here. Take a bit of sauce on that. And we'll try it with the naan bread. That is so hot. I have 100% scald at the top of my mouth. Wow, hot. But yeah, that is a really nice flavour. There was a part of me when I first started this series, I was almost hoping to a degree that it would be at least one that wouldn't have venison. So far, all 7 of them are venison. I've worked with venison, and the reason behind that was I didn't want it to just be like a bit of oh yeah, everything works with venison. But it is definitely turning out like that. We've got one dish left. Considering this is normally a lamb dish, it is 100% work with venison. This is beautiful. That particular sauce packet, I can see why it was recommended on Google. It is beautiful. Like it's really nice flavour. I was actually thinking as a camp cook, if you baked a bit of bread while you're out there or cooked a bit of bread up, and had this going in your camp oven, this would be unreal. I'm really happy with that. That's a cool dish. Yeah, that's awesome. Again, as always, thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Give this one a crack. Out of all of them so far, it's probably been the biggest surprise. I wasn't really sure what to expect from it being a lamb dish, and it worked perfect with venison. So yeah, give her a crack, give her a go. I'm about to hook in. I've got a whole naan bread here that I'm going to devour here. So yeah, dig in. Cheers, guys.